If you're hunting for the minisforum Venus um790, an AMD Ryzen 9 powerhouse promising blazing speed and AI capabilities, you might want to hold that thought. But here's what surprised me. Despite its cutting-edge specs and flashy features like DDR5 memory and liquid metal cooling, this mini PC isn't exactly the dream machine everyone expected. In fact, it packs a punch but trips up in ways that could drive even the calmest tech enthusiast up the wall. So before you drop $819, let's dive deep into what really matters, what's holding it back, and who this device is actually for, and why it might still be worth your hard-earned cash. Think this is just another typical review? Think again. Right off the bat, the minisforum Venus um790 boasts an AMD Ryzen 9 7940HS processor, 8 cores, 16 threads, clocked up to 5.2 GHz, all built on TSMC's advanced 4nm process node. Plus, it throws an AMD Radeon 780M graphics running at 2.8 GHz, paired with AMD Ryzen AI tech for smart workload handling. Sounds like a beast, right? And it can handle DDR5 memory up to 64 GB and dual M.2 PCIe 4.0 SSDs in RAID configurations, which screams performance. Yet, despite this impressive spec sheet, its Amazon rating sits at a middling 3.8 out of 5. What's going on under the hood? Why the disconnect between top-tier hardware and mixed user reviews? Stay with me, because coming up, I'll break down the real-world performance, the pitfalls that early adopters have flagged, and a couple of surprises that you simply won't hear about elsewhere. Plus, I'll tell you exactly who should get this mini PC and who should walk away, no sugarcoating. Spoiler alert, it's not the all-in-one holy grail some folks hoped for. Let's kick things off with the performance story. When you grab a mini PC like the um790, you're expecting desktop-level power without the bulk. The Ryzen 9 7940HS inside this small chassis is a cutting-edge CPU, designed to deliver serious multitasking prowess and handle AI workloads with its integrated AMD Ryzen AI technology. But here's the catch. Early reviews and user feedback reveal that thermal throttling sometimes kicks in under heavy loads, despite the fancy liquid metal cooling system dubbed Cold Wave 2.0. You might be thinking, wait, a liquid metal cooling system should keep temps in check, right? Well, yes and no. The cooling system is innovative, combining active fans, large heat sinks, and a metal case to dissipate heat better than typical minis. But in cramped environments or during intensive gaming and rendering sessions, the device heats up faster than expected. This can cause CPU clock speeds to dip temporarily to avoid overheating, which essentially stunts performance right when you need it most. Now, don't confuse this with outright failure. The device performs smoothly in day-to-day tasks and moderate workloads, and it's certainly more powerful than your average office PC. But if you're a creative professional planning to edit 4K video or run massive AI models, this bottleneck might frustrate you. It's a bit like buying a race car but realizing it can't quite hit top speed on the track without overheating. And if you thought small PC stayed whisper quiet, you might get an unexpected symphony of fan noise during intense sessions. So much for stealth mode. Aside from thermal quirks, the connectivity options on the um790 are impressive but come with some quirks too. You get two USB 4 ports running at 40 gigabits per second, which is fantastic for future-proofing, plus HDMI 2.1 outputs capable of driving four 4K displays simultaneously. This sounds like a dream for multi-monitor setups or serious multitasking. However, some users have reported inconsistencies with HDMI display detection and occasional USB 4 driver glitches requiring workarounds or BIOS updates. Speaking of BIOS, minisforum's move to a new graphical BIOS interface is a welcome upgrade, making tweaks more intuitive and visually pleasing. Yet, navigating this BIOS is not always glitch-free, and some stability issues in early firmware builds have been noted, meaning you might find yourself waiting anxiously for updates or sorting through forum threads. Remember, these kinds of things are expected in newly released hardware, but are worth noting for anyone who prefers plug-and-play simplicity over hands-on troubleshooting. Let's pivot to real-life usability. The um790 comes with 32 GB of DDR5 to 5600 memory by default, supporting dual-channel expansion up to 64 GB, a feature often reserved for pricier rigs. Storage-wise, two M.2 PCIe 4.0 SSD slots allow lightning-fast read-write speeds, and the option for RAID 0 or RAID 1 for performance or redundancy. This means gaming, video editing, or AI applications will benefit from serious storage bandwidth. The metal casing also adds a premium feel while helping with cooling, a solid touch for a device this compact. But here's a funny little tidbit. Despite its mighty internals, the um790's size means limited upgradability, and certain components are soldered or tricky to replace. So if you dream about swapping out your CPU or upgrading the cooling later, think again. It's like buying a sports car that only lets you change the tires. Great, but where's the turbo boost option? Minisforum seems to be banking on users being satisfied with out-of-the-box specs, which is fine for some but frustrating for others craving full customization freedom. Who is the um790 for then? Definitely tech enthusiasts eager for a compact powerhouse that excels at multitasking and moderate gaming. Content creators and professionals who value portability without sacrificing too much power may find it a nifty setup. Just be wary of those thermal limitations during heavy workloads. Casual users wanting a reliable mini PC for streaming, office work, and light photo editing will enjoy the speedy PCIe 4.0 SSDs and snappy responsiveness. But hardcore gamers or AI heavyweights may want to explore beefier desktop solutions or larger laptops with better cooling. One more thing to consider is networking. It comes equipped with Wi-Fi 6E and Bluetooth 5.3, delivering ultra-fast wireless speeds and low-latency connections. This is fantastic for streaming 4K video, downloading large files, or connecting peripherals without hitch. However, keep in mind that Wi-Fi 6E requires compatible routers and devices to tap into the full benefits. So, if you don't have the network set up for it, this feature won't make much difference, like owning a Formula One car but driving it on a bumpy dirt road. Now, to keep things light, here are a few jokes to brighten your tech quest. Why did the CPU break up with the motherboard? Because it found her too controlling. Or, why did the SSD go to therapy? To work on its drive issues. Also, did you hear about the mini PC who got promoted? Yeah, it moved up the case ladder. And finally, why do mini PCs never get lost? Because they always keep their BIOS updated. In terms of price, $819 is on the higher side for mini PCs. And considering the mixed reviews and occasional headaches, some buyers hesitate. But if you're hunting for a sleek, performance-oriented workstation with modern connectivity, the um790 delivers solid returns, especially when discounts pop up. Plus, its advanced features like the AMD Ryzen AI acceleration and cold wave cooling set it apart from typical counterparts in this category. Before I wrap up, here's a quick recap. The minisforum Venus um790 is a powerful, feature-packed mini PC with an impressively small footprint. Its Ryzen 9 7940HS processor and Radeon 780M graphics deliver robust multitasking and moderate creative work performance. Advanced specs like DDR5 RAM, USB 4 ports, HDMI 2.1 outputs, and Wi-Fi 6E ensure it's future-proof. However, thermal throttling under heavy loads, occasional BIOS quirks, and some connectivity inconsistencies temper the experience. So it's perfect for tech enthusiasts and pros who appreciate customization and portability, but maybe not the best choice for hardcore gamers or users demanding peak sustained performance. If you're ready to snag the minisforum Venus um790 for the best price available, check out the link in the description below. It's a smart buy if you want compact power and can manage some quirks. Otherwise, keep an eye out for upcoming firmware updates and user reviews to see how minisforum irons out the kinks. Either way, this mini PC shows what's possible when high-end mobile processors meet small form factors. Thanks for watching, and remember, the smallest PCs sometimes punch the hardest, but every punch has its jab. Hit that like and subscribe if you want more honest reviews and tech breakdowns. Until next time, happy computing.